There's always going to be a million things in the way and a million things that come up.
Business is ideally the best place where you could do something that's new and hasn't been done.
You'll work on something and then you won't see a return on it for a year.
When you get out of your 9-to-5 grind, you're like, oh, I'm going to work for myself and I'm going to set my own schedule. Yes, you set your own schedule to the point your calendar starts to hate you.
It's called SquareOneJobs. Our mission is that we believe that everyone deserves to live a purpose-driven life regardless of any obstacles that they might have overcome. So we're creating a smart, intuitive job service portal that's specifically designed to help people overcome barriers to employment.
Our business is a community voting platform, and it currently is available on the App Store as well as the Google Play Store, and we are in the beta phase for our web application. And what it does is it builds a stronger sense of community in whatever kind of organization is on it, and this allows for the members of that organization to collaborate on proposals and ideas so that the administrators can have a better feel of what to do next. My role is I lead back-end development at Quae, so that means our server, all of our networking and stuff like that.
I primarily led front-end development and UI UX design, as well as the marketing and advertising. We're technically currently in seed round. We received a small amount of funding from the Launchpad program, but we haven't received any outside funding from any investors. So right now we're just trying to bootstrap it, get our prototype into a state where we can show VCs and start to scale from there.
My role in the company is to deal with business relations and more of the website development, along with some of the internal management of the company. The idea that we started Teenlancers with was that we just wanted to help other small businesses with their online presence, whether that be their social media, whether that be their graphics or website. We just wanted to be able to Google things around us and something show up.
We never really saw the scope of poverty and desperation that was out there until we came to Stevens, and obviously being in Hoboken right across the river from New York City, there was a lot more poverty, a lot more homeless people walking around, and we started to ask questions about how people end up in these scenarios. When Launchpad approached us and asked us to start thinking of problems that we can start solving to form companies around, we went back to that problem and started to wonder what can be done to kind of solve that problem. And a lot of people that we spoke to, we found out that a big factor that leads people to living on the streets is a criminal record, and then being denied employment and being forced to either live on the streets or commit more crimes and end up back in prison.
We had a bunch of different ideas in the beginning. It really started with our disconnect from local politics that we felt, and we wanted a better way. I myself wanted a better way to understand local politics and what I could do to make change in my community.
So it definitely is a bit of give and take. I find that the common thread throughout every week in the semester is that I always have things on my to-do list, and usually I try to knock off the school things first and then fill the rest with Quae responsibilities. But more honestly, usually I'll work on Quae stuff and then right at the last minute cram in whatever schoolwork was due that night. So it's just balance of spending a couple hours on this and then working on school when I have to.
So I am a person who loves the idea of scheduling and planning, and I love seeing different colors on my calendar. And I just go around and say I'm a calendar girl because that's what I am. I have my classes scheduled out already. So I know that time is what I've already set aside, and that's non-negotiable time. And then I take some time out for homework, assignments, and group projects. And whatever time is remaining, there's 24 hours in a day, right? Whatever time is left, I devote all of it to Teenlancers.
We definitely have to prioritize a lot. So for the most part, we will have pretty good grades, so we prioritize the business stuff wherever possible. There's more deadlines with school, so we can kind of pick things up and put them down as they come and go. But whenever we're able to, we're working on SquareOneJobs, and we do whatever work and studying we have to do to make it through school.
The biggest setback that we as a company have faced is not being able to incorporate at the speed that we wanted to. That's something we should have done right away, or in the same year at least in which we started, but it's been over 2 years and only now we're getting the opportunity to do that.
We started trying to advertise for the city of Hoboken in hopes that we would launch there first, but we realized it's a very difficult market to break into. So we then switched to Stevens in hoping that we would have a better sense of like the consumer there, what kind of problems they're facing, and how to sort of shift Quae into the direction of like allowing students to have a better representation on campus.
There's just a lot of things that no one can really teach you about the process of starting a business. Mostly it's just overcoming your own kind of mentality and making sure that you're able to push through whenever something comes up.
To me, I guess I would define entrepreneurship as doing what you love and then figuring out a way to make money off of it. And I think that is absolutely true for my case because I've loved working on Quae. It's been so fulfilling to like teach myself web development and advertising and design and learn new skills when I need to learn them and like pave my own path.
I don't want to just work a 9-to-5 job like everyone else. I always wanted to do something that was impactful to the world. And I think everyone can share in that feeling that they don't want to do something that's ordinary. They want to do something that's extraordinary. And entrepreneurship and business is ideally the best place where you could do something that's new and hasn't been done before.
Being an entrepreneur is having the freedom to choose.